Hello, all you amazing people. Jo Nielsen here. So today I want to talk to you about attitude. Attitude is everything. When you change your attitude, like I was talking about being your best person the last time, when you change your attitude from that shy person to that confident person, it's so important. Like, it just changes everything. Everything changes. When you change your attitude to gratitude, it all changes. Everything changes with your attitude. When your attitude when your attitude changes, everything changes. When you know that you can't fail, that no matter what happens, this is your attitude too. This is your thought process. When you're going about life and you're knowing that you cannot fail no matter what it is that you're doing, you're going to experience, you're going to learn everything. And nothing is a failure, because out of every process, you're learning something, you're experiencing something, something's going on that's benefiting you, so there's no failing. When you go through that thought process, that's a change of attitude, right? You're changing your thoughts, you're changing your attitude, and it's a different way of looking at things. So you change your attitude about doubts. You no longer have doubts. You no longer, you know that from now on you're going to always see the positive happening. You're going to believe that good stuff happens to you. You know that doors are opening up and success is right there for you. That's changing your attitude. You're now changing your attitude from, I have no clue what I'm going to do, to making things happen for you. So very awesome to get there. So let's talk for a minute about attitude. So our attitude, when things are going wrong, we're stuck in traffic, we get frustrated, and our whole life is a mess, let's say. We say we just got laid off from our job, or we don't know where our next paycheck's going to be, or we're running short this month of money. We have no idea what's going to happen next. So we're getting all stressed out, all frustrated, all our attitude is then draining, right? We're now drained. So, we don't want to think of opportunities that could happen. We don't want to think of what might happen down the road. We are thinking about right now, in this moment, what's going on with our life. And then if you take that attitude and you live your life like that, which many of us do, and I did for a very long time, I just lived from one disaster after another. And when you take that attitude and you go, you know what? I'm going to change that attitude, and I'm going to be the most successful person. I'm going to be the best person I can be in this moment. I'm going to remember I'm going to be confident. And I'm going to remember that I'm going to have faith, and I'm going to believe that everything's going to work out. And I'm going to remember that I don't need to live in fear anymore, that everything is being taken care of for me. And saying the affirmations like we did before. When you change your attitude and you change your outlook on life, things work out for you. It's all a matter of you can stay low, and you can stay believing in what you've always believed in, and you will always have what you always have had. But when you change and you turn yourself around and you go, you know what? That person wasn't working anymore. I think I'm going to change it. I think I'm going to shift and decide to look at my attitude a little bit better. What is my attitude towards life? Am I enjoying myself? No. What can I do to enjoy my life better? What can I do to enjoy where I am better? What I have to go through better? How can I change my attitude on that? And then you change your attitude. So let's think about it for a minute. What's the difference between a confident person and a shy person? Their attitude. It's how they look at themselves, how they look at the world, how they look at everything around them, what's going on. A confident person knows themselves inside and out, knows that their attitude needs to be that confident. They enjoy being who they are, and they know that the world is wanting them to be who they are. So they're very confident in themselves. And a shy person doesn't really want anybody to see them. They don't want to be anything big. Don't look at me. I'm shy. Don't look at me. And they hold themselves back when they can get out of their shells. Their attitude can just be full force, and they can be that tiger. They can be that lion or that warrior, whatever it is that their animal calling to them, whatever it is, that they can be that, just like the people that they look up to. And I know shy people look up to other people because I was shy, and I did look at people who were very confident. I did look at people who knew who they were and knew who they wanted to be and were portraying that. I did look at those people, and I was like in awe with them because they seemed to know it all. And that's what they may not know it all. They may not know anything, but they are so confident in what they know, which is themselves. And they're confident, and they're playing that role of being that confident person. And that's the difference. They're playing a confident person, and a shy person is playing the shy person. Their attitude is talking themselves either up or talking themselves down. Either way, that's what their attitude is. So here's a question you can ask yourself. Who am I? So now you know you have your choices. You could be that shy person. You can be that confident person. You can have the good attitude or you can have the bad attitude. You can put yourself down or you can bring yourself up. It's all your choice. So now ask yourself, who am I? And why? Why are you choosing to be that person? If you're a confident person, then of course you know that you want to be that confident person. And so your attitude is, I'm a confident person. I'm pushing myself out there. This is the attitude I'm going to have. I'm going to be grateful for everything that's come my way, and I'm putting myself out there, letting people know that I'm worth it. And if you're a shy person, then what's holding you back, and why are you afraid to be that powerful warrior that's inside you? Start changing your attitude. Start changing the way you see yourself. Start changing the way you see your life, and start living the life you want to live. Start living it by looking at who that best person is, and start being that best person, because you can be that best person today. I went for a job interview. I had worked temporary for this company, and they really liked me, but I was a little shy and not very confident. And every time I went for another interview to get a full-time job, because I really wanted to work there, I was given the same thing, that, I already hired somebody and all that stuff, but we'll keep you on file. Because I was a really good worker. I really am an awesome worker. But I was not playing the part. I did not have the attitude of being that confident person that I could do this role. Even though I had already done it temporarily, I just wasn't bringing myself up enough to know that I could really succeed at this position. So I went and worked somewhere else for a while, and a position at this company that I wanted to be in had an opening. So I found out through the grapevine that this was happening, and I was very excited about it. And I said, I gotta go do this. And so I walked in there. I was dressed in a suit. I had myself all completely dressed up, and I was confident. I answered every single question confidently, and I knew what I was talking about. I knew who I was. I knew who I wanted to be, and I knew this position was mine. And the interviewer, who was the same interviewer all the time, every time I had the interviews before, asked me, so what was the difference? What made you more confident now than before? And I really thought about it, and I said, well, maybe because I was already doing the position, I now knew I could do it. But I realized that it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with me realizing my own worth. I knew I could do the job. Yes, it was because I proved it to myself, because this other company, I already had a job, and they loved me. They wanted me to stay there. If they could have, they would have given me everything that I had already been offered from this one that I was going to the job interview for. They really knew how important I was, which made me realize how important I am, how worthy I am of this job. And it's our own self-doubt, our own like the way we look at ourselves, that brings that attitude about. And when we look at ourselves with confidence, when we look at ourselves with we are worthy of having that, or we are worthy of doing that, that is the difference in attitude. That was the difference for me, was I realized that my attitude had to change if I wanted this job. I had to be confident. I had to be that person that would be successful in this position. And once I chose that attitude, that was the difference, and I got the job right away. So start changing your attitude to believing in yourself, knowing that everything is already working out for you, no matter what it is, a job, a career, a new home, a love relationship, money, whatever it is already working out for you. And everything is going to turn out in your favor. You just have to believe it. Choose the attitude of success, because that's the one that you deserve to live in. You deserve to be successful. You deserve to be wealthy. You deserve to be living the life that you want to be living. And you definitely deserve to be the person you want to be. So today, change your attitude and change it to a good one. Make an amazing day, everybody. There you go. 11:32.